right, I'm going to tell you something. You need to focus on yourself. There is so much freaking chaos going on in the world. And every single day, something new and insane is going on. Whether it's going on or it's just talks of stuff going on, there's always something. But none of it matters if you are not getting closer to your mission. Let me explain. Now, before I dive into this, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Carson. I started this channel basically as a way to talk about the lessons I'm learning, the mistakes I'm making, in the goal of trying to become the best version of myself, in hopes that it helps you not make those same mistakes and become the best version of yourself a little bit faster. So, most people, and me included, like we're going to talk about here in a second, burn energy on things they cannot control. Now today, I'm sure if anyone has been online whatsoever, you've heard the crazy news. There was a political person who was shot today and killed literally 20 minutes away from my house. And prayers to his family as well, but a super sad situation. Anyways, I found myself, since it, first of all, was so freaking close to me, just found myself thinking about it constantly. I found myself going online and finding different articles, finding different videos, just diving into it. And I was looking at the clock, and I spent like an hour doing this, just going down the rabbit hole of different things, different videos, different articles, so on and so forth, just trying to get more information. Because it just freaking strikes a heartstring, you know? It's like, this is a very horrible situation that I want to dive into it more. It makes me feel these crazy emotions. But in these times, it's so important to look inwards, to look at yourself. Our brains are very good at tricking us into thinking, oh, well, it's a huge event, you should be paying attention to this. But there's a little framework I had to build out for myself literally today, because it's something that was consuming so much of my time and energy. And it looked a little bit something like what I'm going to show you later in this video, for if you're literally focusing on the same event right now, to hopefully help you get over it. Now here's the thing, people will debate, they're going to doom scroll, they're going to get stuck in these little rabbit holes like I did today. But these things, they are stressors, and they, in the end, don't move your life forward. You're not making any progress when you're doing these things. And a way to look at it is sure, you're educating yourself, but it's just glorified procrastination. Because there's other things you could be doing outside of this that are going to be progressing your life forward a little bit more. Now, of course, I'm not saying don't be heartfelt. Don't send your prayers to these people and this family, and think about the effect that it has on your life. But when you start getting much deeper into this, when you're spending hours going into it, when it's draining all of your energy, it's doing more detriment than it is good. Now, energy is one of the only things along with time that is very limited. Every day we have a certain amount of energy. We can do things to optimize that energy, but we can't just pull more energy out of thin air like we could with money or something else by working more. We can't necessarily just get a whole lot more energy. So, with energy being so limited, we have to be very particular about where we are allocating this energy. And most of the time, those things that are consuming most of your energy are driving 10% of the results in your life, where 90% is coming from 10% of your energy. So we need to balance that scale out a little bit more. Now, if you're focusing on chaos, your life is going to be chaos. Sometimes it's okay to put yourself in this little bubble. Put yourself in a little bubble and focus on yourself and your mission for a minute. Look at your life today. Are you proud of what you did? Did you get sucked into these different holes and these energy drainers? Did you get 1% better than yesterday? Is something I want you to ask yourself. If you focus on your mission, you will grow into your higher self, which is in the end goal what all of us are striving for. And I know that without a doubt. Doesn't matter your version of success or what it is. Deep down, we're all just trying to become the best that we can possibly be. Now, the framework that I talked about, that I built out to overcome this literally today. Because, dude, I mean, even still, you might be able to tell, like, it's just draining. You just feel like, oh my gosh, what is this world going to? Like, your mind starts going all of these different places. So we need to snap out of it so that I can sit down and film these videos, sit here and talk to you so that you can get closer to where you want to be. First things first, and most importantly, is control. I want you to ask yourself, can I actually control this? Can you control what happened today or anything else happening? Chances are, where we're currently at, no. Does that mean you can't make an effort towards controlling it? Not at all. But you sitting here scrolling and going into news articles is not going to make any difference in the world. If you are genuinely passionate about making a change, then get away from the articles and go out there and start doing something. In that case, yes, it is in your control, but 99.999% of us watching this, it's not in our control. So, if it's not in your control, then you need to commit and replace. Find something that you want to commit to for the day. Something that's going to progress you a little bit further. Is that going to the gym? Is that doing 5 minutes of meditating when your mind is going a little bit crazy? Commit to something and do it. And number 3 is compound. Do that thing over and over again and follow this framework over and over. When you find yourself stressing about something, when you find yourself comparing yourself to someone, think, do I have any control over this? Do I have any control about what's going on? And if you don't, then go inwards and start looking at yourself. So, again, prayers to his family. Super horrible situation, but I hope for all of you watching this who are maybe caught in that same cycle that I think a lot of people are today, use this framework and try to get back on track. I promise you, your future self is going to thank you as always. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you learned at least one thing new. Stay strong, stay happy, keep that smile on your face. Let's get 1% better each and every day. That's all we can do. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.